I have been waiting to say these words to you for a while now. Not because I did not have the opportunity, because I needed to make sure I had the right ones. Because what I am about to share with you today is not my perspective. It is not my interpretation. It is not a teaching I developed or a framework I built. It is a collection of messages. 8 specific things that the universe has been trying to communicate to the chosen ones, to you, that most people are too distracted, too doubtful, or too defended to receive. Today, you receive them. Not because you earned them, not because you asked for them, because you found this video. And the chosen ones who find the right message at the right moment are always the ones who were ready to receive what it contains. 8 messages, each one specifically for you, each one something the universe has been trying to get through. Pay attention. Some of these will feel like the universe is speaking directly into your specific situation. Because it is. One thing before we begin. The universe does not communicate in grand, unmistakable announcements. It communicates in signals, in nudges, in the quiet certainty of a message delivered through a video you were somehow guided to find on a specific day. Like this one. Receive these messages as if they were sent directly to you, because they were. Message 1, you have not been forgotten. The first message from the universe, and perhaps the most urgent one. You have not been forgotten. Not in the silence, not in the delay, not in the season that has gone on longer than you expected, not in the tests that felt too heavy to be designed with your survival in mind. You have not been forgotten for a single moment. The universe wants you to know that the absence of visible confirmation is not the absence of attention. It has been watching every step, accounting for every moment, working with complete precision and total care on the delivery of what you asked for. The forgetting was never real. It was a feeling, a very human feeling in a season that asked more than human feelings could easily hold. But the reality has always been you are seen, you are known, you are held. The universe does not lose track of its chosen ones. It cannot. They are too specifically assigned for that. The perceived forgetting is always the chosen one's interpretation of a silence they do not yet have the context to understand. You were never forgotten, not once, not for a second. I am seen, I am known. I have not been forgotten for a single moment of this journey. Message 2, the delay is protecting you. The second message, the delay is protecting you. The universe wants you to understand something about the timing of your delivery that you cannot see from where you stand. What you have been waiting for, if it had arrived when you first asked for it, would have arrived into a version of you, and a version of your life that was not fully ready to hold it. Not because you were inadequate, because the receiving requires specific preparation that takes the time it takes. The relationship that is coming needed you to have done the healing you have been doing. The opportunity that is arriving needed the person you have been becoming to be ready for it. The abundance that is building needed the shift in your relationship with money that has been happening below the surface. The delay was not cruelty, it was precision. The universe never delivers early because early would mean incomplete. The timing of the chosen one's breakthrough is not arbitrary. It is the exact moment when everything, the person, the circumstances, the people, the readiness, is precisely aligned. The wait is the alignment completing. It is almost complete. The delay is protecting me and preparing me. What is coming arrives at exactly the right moment, not a day early, not a day late. Message 3, your sensitivity is your greatest weapon. The third message, your sensitivity is not your weakness, it is your greatest weapon. The universe wants the chosen ones to understand why they were made with the particular emotional depth that makes the world call them too sensitive, too intense, too much. It is not a design flaw, it is the instrument. The chosen ones were given this depth because their mission requires the ability to feel what others cannot feel, to sense what others overlook, to understand what others dismiss, to hold what others cannot carry. The people who will be changed by what you bring, the ones whose lives will shift because of your presence, your work, your words, they need someone who feels deeply enough to understand them completely, who cares enough to stay when others walk away, who can hold complexity without needing to simplify it into something more comfortable. That is you. That sensitivity, the one the world tried to train you to suppress, is the very thing that makes you capable of your assignment. The chosen ones were not given sensitivity in spite of their mission. They were given it because of it. The mission requires feeling. The mission requires depth. The mission requires someone who refuses to look away from what is real, even when it is hard. That refusal is sensitivity. It is not a burden. It is the qualification. My sensitivity is my weapon. My depth is my qualification. I stop apologizing for the very thing that makes me capable of my mission. Message 4. The people who left were not your loss. The fourth message. The people who left were not your loss. They were your release. The universe wants to speak about the people who have exited your life in this season. The ones whose departure felt like abandonment, like rejection, like a judgment on your worth or your choices or the direction you are moving. Here is what the universe wants you to understand about every significant departure from your life. It did not happen without reason. It did not happen without timing. And it did not happen without the full awareness of a universe that knew, long before you did, that this person had completed their chapter in your story. Their leaving was not a loss, it was a release. A release of energy that was keeping you tied to a version of your life that has already ended. A release of a dynamic that, however much you loved it, was not designed to travel with you into what is next. The ones who were meant to stay, stayed. The ones who left completed their role perfectly. Both outcomes were part of the plan. The universe does not remove people from the chosen ones carelessly. Every exit is a deliberate act of care, clearing the space, releasing the energy, freeing the chosen one to become who the next chapter requires. Grieve what needs to be grieved, but trust the design of every exit. It was made with love. Every person who left was part of the plan. I release the grief and trust that what is coming requires the space they left behind. Message 5. You are more prepared than you feel. The fifth message. You are more prepared than you feel. The chosen ones almost universally feel underprepared for the thing they were sent to do. Not sometimes, almost always, right up until the moment they do it. And this is intentional. The universe does not send chosen ones into their mission feeling fully ready, because the feeling of readiness would actually diminish the mission. The humility of feeling slightly underprepared keeps the chosen one dependent on something beyond themselves, keeps them in the posture of receiving guidance rather than relying solely on their own understanding. But the feeling is not the reality. The reality is that you have been in preparation for this specific moment for longer than you know. Every experience, every wound, every triumph, every season of failure, and every season of faith was curriculum. You completed all of it. The degree has been granted. You simply have not been handed the piece of paper yet. The chosen ones are always more prepared than they feel. The feeling of unpreparedness is not evidence of inadequacy. It is evidence of the weight and significance of what they are about to do. The mission is real. The preparation was real. Step into it. The feeling of readiness will arrive after the step, not before. I am more prepared than I feel. Every experience built something real. I step forward. The readiness will meet me in the motion. Message 6. Your breakthrough is not a reward. It is a delivery. The sixth message, and one of the most important. Your breakthrough is not a reward for what you have done. It is a delivery of what you ordered. The chosen ones often relate to their breakthrough as something they are earning, something they will deserve when they have suffered enough, worked enough, waited enough, believed enough. But the universe does not operate on a merit system. It operates on a law of correspondence. What you set in motion, through your intention, your belief, your aligned action, creates a corresponding reality that the universe then delivers. The breakthrough is not a prize for good behavior. It is a package that was dispatched the moment the intention was set and has been in transit ever since. You are not earning it, you are receiving it. And the shift from earning to receiving is one of the most important shifts a chosen one can make, because earning puts the power in the past performance, and receiving puts the power in the present posture. Open hands, open heart, open life. The chosen one who understands that the breakthrough is a delivery, not a reward, stops trying to earn it and starts positioning to receive it. The difference in posture changes everything. You cannot earn what was always yours. You can only receive it. Receive now. My breakthrough is not something I earn. It is something I receive. I open completely to receive it now. Message 7. The world needs what you carry, now more than ever. The 7th message. The world needs what you carry, and it needs it now, not when you are ready. The chosen ones tend to think of their mission as something personal, something for their own fulfillment, something they will pursue when the conditions are right. The universe wants to correct that understanding. What you carry, the specific gifts, the specific perspective, the specific capacity that exists in you and nowhere else, is needed, right now, not as a concept, as an active force in a world that is in the middle of one of its most significant shifts. The people who need what you carry are not hypothetical, they are specific. They exist. They are in the middle of something right now that your voice, your presence, your work, and only yours can reach. Every day you wait, every day you delay because you do not feel ready, every day you shrink because the world has not yet confirmed your worth, is a day those people wait without what they need. The mission is urgent, not because of artificial pressure, but because the need is real. The chosen ones were not given their gifts for their own enjoyment. They were given them as instruments of change in a world that desperately needs changing. The gift withheld is not humility. It is deprivation of the people who need it most. Bring what you carry forward. The world is not asking you to wait until you are perfect. It is asking you to begin now. The world needs what I carry right now. I stop waiting for the perfect moment, and I bring my gifts forward today. Message 8. This was always going to work out. And the 8th message, the one the universe most wants you to carry out of this video. This was always going to work out. Not optimistically, not as a platitude, as a fact. From the very first moment you set an intention that was aligned with who you truly are, the conclusion was determined. The outcome was inevitable. The universe looked at what you asked for, looked at who you are, and said, yes, this works, this is available, we begin. Everything since then, every test, every delay, every loss, every moment of doubt, every morning that felt impossible has been the in-between, the space between the intention and the delivery. The delivery has always been coming. It was always going to come. The only variable was how long the chosen one would trust the process before it arrived. And you who are still here, still watching, still choosing to receive messages like this one, have passed that test. This was always going to work out. It still is. It always will be. The chosen ones who look back from the other side of their breakthrough always say the same thing. I can see now that it was never in doubt. The journey was the only uncertain part, whether I would trust long enough. The outcome was always certain. It was always going to work out. It always does for the ones who stay. This was always going to work out. It still is. I trust the conclusion even when I cannot yet see it. Say these back to the universe. All 8. out loud, like someone who received a message and is confirming its receipt. I have not been forgotten, I see it now. The delay is protecting me, I trust the timing. My sensitivity is my weapon, I stop apologizing for it. The people who left were my release, I trust the design. I am more prepared than I feel, I step forward anyway. My breakthrough is a delivery, not a reward. I open to receive it. The world needs what I carry right now. I bring it forward. This was always going to work out. It still is. I trust the ending. Message received. I am listening. I am ready. I trust you completely. 8 messages, each one specifically for a chosen one at a specific point in their journey. If one of those hit you differently than the others, if one made you stop and feel something in your chest that you needed to feel, that was not random. That was the message that was specifically sent for you. And it arrived at exactly the right moment. Because that is what the universe does for its chosen ones. It finds ways to get through. Even when the chosen ones are distracted, or doubtful, or defended against good news. It finds a way. Today, it found its way through this video. If these messages were what you needed today, please share this with one chosen one who needs to hear that they have not been forgotten, that the delay is protecting them, that this was always going to work out. Subscribe for a new message every morning. The universe is always communicating. I am here to help you receive it. I will see you tomorrow. Message received. The universe is with you.